So guys, I forgot to tell you, I ordered the airbox and the lock set for this, which should be here in a few days. So this little Peugeot should be up and running and back to normal in a few days. Now I've got this old battery that does work, it is functional, and I was desperately hoping that it would fit so that I didn't have to spend too much more. It looks it's too tall. So okay, so I need a battery for this. That's such a shame. Is that on the oh, there's nuts and bolts under there. It's not gonna help. Let's get them out the way. Close. I might try and make that fit, or I'll just order the battery. It's not the end of the world. It's all of this kind of bits and pieces. What happens is I end up putting in, I'm doing too much at once and then putting in too many funds into 3 or 4 different projects that are at different stages, and then I don't have enough money to finish one. That happens quite a lot, guys. So you got to think about that with your projects if you're ever doing them. Don't overwhelm yourself or your budget by doing too much at once. But generally, that will be a bike that should be on the button at some point. I'm just giving a little bit of a spray on this bottom arm to get it looking a bit better at this stage. It's desperately needed. So we're losing the weather, sadly. It's got very dark and we might get rain. But I think everything's done on this from an MOT point of view. I've also done lots of touching up and cleaning, so I do need to get some black tape for this here to get rid of all that. That will be fine. The mudguard I haven't done anything with. It's patchy but functional. I don't think I could sand that down enough. It would have to go back to metal and then you'd build up a gloss on it. I kind of can't be arsed doing it, and that would have that done in 2 hours using machines and stuff. Or even just without them, actually. He just knows what he's doing. I haven't got that kind of skill. I mean, I could get it to a base. I could get it to a base level, but it looks okay enough for a rough looking bike. But the bike's clean. It's a carb model now. Starts, runs and rides. All the brakes and everything works. Was it the front or the rear was a bit weak, but nothing to worry about really. Seems okay. I think the back was a bit soft, but it's got one of them linked system, and actually they always are when you've got these linked systems. So I can feel the rain now. Yeah, I mean, let's capture that. That's a really nice picture. Let's get the Harley behind. If I get some of the black tape, these wires I want to get rid of more. You can't have green wires kicking about like that and stuff. But pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm hoping this blows over so that I can carry on, but I'm going to tuck this away for now. So it's been a couple of hours. What I think we're looking at is the final piece of the puzzle. It's the bike as it's meant to be now. The bulb is a bit annoying. I may pop to Halford to get a new one. It's a bit intermittent. And at the bottom it looks just a bit mangled. Someone's even dripped a bit of solder on the to help, but no, it just needs a bulb. But I mean, look how clean it is. Kind of any little bits of rust I've tried to touch up, you know, sand first and touch up. It's got that cool exhaust on it. Well, that's its exhaust, but it's been painted. Chains come up lovely. It should be good. Now you guys know me very well, and you know that, I mean, this bike hasn't been started for a week, so you know when I do things like turn the fuel on, I hope that none spills out. But you also know that when I say things like it hasn't been started all week, I mean it. So let's get the choke on, let's get it fired up, let's see what we're working with. Side stand. half choke. Oh, that was silly. Is that on? Oh, it is on. Yeah, let's try no choke. Let's go back to full choke. Come on. So, because it would be no fun otherwise, it's lost its spark. I've tried a new coil. It's currently lost its spark. That's really frustrating. I think this is the side stand thing, because I didn't cut it, but it was cut already. I would have preferred to have been able to have followed it. I know that it's yellow and green, both of them, and then the ends of these are yellow and green, although saying that, the ends, they're green and green. So I would have preferred, I mean, there's this thing here, but why would it have worked? I mean, I could try bridging that in case there was an end piece on it, but yeah, why would it have worked before and not now, without me very obviously changing something? So yeah, spark's gone. Now, many different reasons why you might have lost spark. Pickup stator here, although we just haven't touched it, and it was fine. CDI can fry, but again, we've not really touched it apart from moving it. Connection wires are here, they're all clean, they're all connected, they're all good. That's from the regulator. And then I don't know what this little blue one is actually. I'll give that a little clean. Other than that, we've got this black going to earth, going to the two greens, which then probably come back round to that off. Again, I don't know what that's creating. So it's a tough one. I mean, I know all these junctions I cleaned myself, and I've tried everything else. So I think it's probably something obvious. It just shows you with these bikes kinds of what happens, and you can't get overly frustrated because that's not helpful. And actually, we're very lucky to have a system where it's quite easy to work on. The tank comes off easy, it stores its fuel because it has a cut-off switch, etc. So I think I'll pop the tank off for now and just have a little look and see if anything obvious is going on. Normally, if it thought it was in gear, it would like the clutch switch to be on, but that is that's bridged anyway. It would need to be in neutral, which it is, although the neutral light isn't on. No, it's not the neutral light, it's the indicator light. Look, 0, neutral. So I don't know at this stage, but I'm gonna have a little look. It's a bit late for me now, but I'm gonna have a little look, and then I'll pack it away and we'll come back to it kind of fresh tomorrow. I've ordered a brand new battery because that one was a little bit, you know, not great. Except if it had spark, it would have been fine. So I'll have a little play, we'll have a little look, we'll see if there's anything obvious going on, and we'll go from there. So no matter what I try, we've got no spark. I've even cut all my wiring to the front light just in case that was somehow connected to a switch. It's not. I can't confirm the side stand switch, if I'm being honest. I think it probably is this one. Otherwise, I don't see why they didn't why they used the same colour wires. It's the same wires. So I assume it is that, and that's not touching. This one, by the way, is the fuel. Tells you it's low fuel, so I'm not worried about that. And then we've got all of our circuits here for the EFI system. But remember, we've had it started after all that anyway. So the only things I've done since is up here. So it could be an ignition thing, but all I did was mess with the wires a little bit, as in to make space for the bulb. So I may have pulled on something. That should be my next port of call, really. I'll get in there, just check, clean all the wires, check them all, because nothing else has changed. And what I mean is, if you look at the back here, look, just all the kind of connections. So I better get in there, just double check everything, make sure it's all okay. Hello. So I've gone over everything from before, so all the kind of extra little wires and stuff. Just double checked all of these connections at the front, and actually, you know, there's not really anything kind of left to worry about, except for, you know, when if you had a no spark issue, where you would start from there, from the beginning basically. For example, make sure the pickup's picking up and make sure the CDI is doing what it should do. They cost a small fortune, so not easy to change and check. Could be the same one on that bike though. So now we're backed into a corner really. We've done all the work and it's lost spark, and it's lost spark kind of really weirdly because it was fine. Nothing up here would affect the spark, so there's no concerns about the wiring from there. The switch doesn't cut the spark, it cuts the ignition, so you know it won't look. So we know that the switch is working, although hang on a minute, that was interesting. What have I changed? Maybe I need to put the battery on. That was interesting. Hang on a minute. That could explain what's going on there, if there's something in the system. And actually, it was doing that, wasn't it? It was doing that not long ago, and then you wiggled something down here, and it brought it back. But I am going to have a little play with it. But the video is going to stop here for now. At this point, at this point, this is dead. I mean, eventually, me being me, I'd probably end up looking at trying a new pickup and stator and stuff like that. But right now, I can't be arsed with it, if I'm being honest. New looms and all that, it's just all messy, it's all pricey, and it's a pain in the arse. So at this stage, it's a lost cause, I'm afraid. I may just kind of take the airbox out tomorrow and just check everything over just in case again, but ultimately you're back to square one, checking stator, checking the pickup, CDI. I may have a little peek to see if any of it crosses over with that bike, just so I can test at least the CDI. But there's no reason why something would have gone that kind of quick. So that's it. At the moment, it's dead. The lexmoto project is dead, but it, you know, kind of keep hacking away for a few days just out of curiosity. What I'm not going to do is buy part after part after part, wiring, loom, stators, CDIs. I'm not going to do that.